I want to talk about how we can write our congruent statements so that we can tell people reading our work the way that we mean our shapes to be described correctly. And you'll see what I mean as we go. I'm going to name this first triangle, I'm going to call it A, B, C. And I'm going to mark it this way, this angle and this angle, so they're not congruent. And then we'll do 3 arcs. I'm going to name this one X, Y, and Z. And I'll mark in these same, that this, and this, and this. Now, I'm going to say that these are congruent to each other. And I should also just maybe put in the sides. Well, I definitely should put in the sides. And I need to name this, and there are other ways to name it, but I need to name it in a way that reflects the order in which these two things are congruent. And what I mean by that is, let's say that I said triangle A, B, C is congruent, that's the symbol for congruent, to X, Y, Z. What that means is that if I took away the picture completely and you couldn't see it anymore, you would know that A and X are the angles that are congruent, that B and Y are the angles that are congruent, and that C and Z are the angles that are congruent. So there are other ways to name it. Let's just do one other example here. Let's say we said that triangle CAB was congruent to triangle, and then we need to say, well, I need to start at C and figure out, well, that is congruent to Z. And then you have choices. You say, well, I could go this way or this way. In my description of moving around, well, it went from C to A, so it crossed the line that had the 3 tick marks towards the angle with 1, so it needs to go X and then Y. So if you took your pictures completely away and just out in space you were told, hey, triangle DEF is congruent to triangle LMN, you would be able to say, oh, angle D must be the same as angle L, and angle E must be the same as angle M, and angle F must be the same as angle N. But not only that, you could also talk about the side lengths. You could say right away, just from this piece right here, you could say, I know that the side length that takes me from D to E, I'll put a little side length like that, must be the same as the side length from L to M, just going from D to E and L to M. And I know that the side length that goes from E to F must be the same as M to N. They must have the same measure. I know that going from F to D, or you could even say DF if you wanted, is the same as going from L to N. The order is important, though. So, if I said F to D, I would then want to say N to L. You want to get that right. Of course, it doesn't just need to be triangles, but that is what we are about to really explore. The biggest thing to take out of this is that you need to name your triangles in a congruent statement so that you have correctly said that A and X are the same, A and X, and that if I'm saying AB, going from A to B in this direction, A to B, that represents the same thing as X to Y, going from the angle with 1 mark to 2 along the path that has 1 tick mark for the side length. If this video helped you to make congruent statements, please like and subscribe for more math content.